When I was up and coming actor in Hollywood, everybody loved me. I had 5,000 Facebook friends. But very quickly, soon as I started telling everybody I was a Catholic again, I got back to my Catholic roots, and I'm really taking my Christianity seriously. Man, I lost 5,000 people in like almost a year. It was so sad and so pathetic, but Jesus said it would happen, so I wasn't surprised. But this is what happens. The world loves its own. The devil loves his own. But he doesn't love anybody, but he takes care of his own. And when you switch teams and you give your heart to Christ, the world will spit you out like you're cancer. They will hate you. And so it's to be expected, folks. And that's why a lot of people don't want to be real Christians, because of the cost. And Jesus said, if you want to be my disciple, first count the cost, right? And people don't want to suffer. And when somebody, especially somebody like me, who is probably one of Satan's, God forbid, generals, when it comes to sin, and then all of a sudden I'm like, no, I'm choosing Jesus now, I don't care, and I switch teams, man, he does not let you go easily. And you know too much, and you're very valuable to Christ's kingdom, and when people see the change in you, the devil pulls out the big guns. He will haunt you. He will cause so much trouble and extra pain and suffering for you and I. Hey, Jesus said that would happen. So, it's worth it. Because, folks, no pain, no gain the kingdom. Alright? No pain, no gain. If you are afraid of pain and suffering, then you're basically a coward. And Christianity is not for wimps and cowards, okay? When you want to be his disciple, you first count the cost. It will cost you. But if you do not do this, you might have an easy life now, but you're going to have one hell of an eternity. Literally. A lot of pain and suffering. I mean, you're trying to avoid pain and suffering and loss now. Well, when you're in hell, it's going to be pain and suffering, unimaginable, unspeakable, for all eternity. You can't even fathom that. So, isn't it better to get the breaking done now, the suffering now, the persecution? Maybe not live your best life now, but live it for Christ, and then have a reward of eternity in heaven, where it cannot be taken away from you, and you get to enjoy all eternity. So you might have had a few years of misery down here now, but then forever and ever and ever of peace, happiness, and bliss. So, come on, let's be smart about this. Nothing and no one is worth going to hell for. Nothing and no one in this world, no matter pleasure, money, fame, fortune, nothing is worth burning in hell with Satan for all eternity. So, again, pray for people who don't know the Lord. And we must use our own sufferings to win souls. Why? Because that's how Jesus wants it. He did that for us on the cross, and now he saves us through his pain and suffering and bloodshed, right? So it's only right that you and I continue in his work and offer up every bit of suffering, whether it's you stub your toe, or financial suffering, or mental or physical, whatever kind of suffering, persecution, you offer it up like Christ did for souls. And you offer it up on the cross with Jesus's, and it is so powerful. And the devil, he throws suffering our way to take us out, to make us turn from God, to hate God, to be angry, to end up in hell. But if you know how to use it right, he don't know what to do with you. He keeps throwing suffering your way, and you keep using it to save more souls. Eventually, he might actually walk away and say, forget it, I can't get through to this person. Every time I try to torment them, it only works against me in my kingdom, and I lose more souls. That's what he tried with Christ, and Christ won, and that is the key, folks. This is what Catholic saints and theologians knew a long time ago. This is what Jesus knew. This is the pain. This is why the cross is crucial. A lot of you want to be Christians without a cross. Oh, well, Christ went on the cross for me, so I don't have to. Yeah, okay. No. You need to read your Bible. He said, now pick up your cross and follow me. If you do this right, you will have a cross too. It might not be made out of wood and nails like his, literally, but it will feel like it. You're going to go through stuff. Little crosses, big crosses, tribulations, trials, all kinds of attacks and persecutions, and everything for Christ's name's sake. It is the narrow way of the cross. It's not just a narrow way that few travel. It is a narrow, painful way, lonely way, humiliating way, a way of a cross. That is why so few travel that narrow road. Nobody wants pain and suffering and alienation and loneliness and trials and stuff. They want to stay on the broad road to hell that everybody else is on, because it looks like Disney World and Las Vegas Strip. Nothing but comfort and luxury and easy peasy, right? Right into the fires. Or you can say, no, I'm not buying this. I know it's a facade. And I'm going to take the scary-looking, thorny, rocky, narrow, dark road over there, and I'm going to pick up my cross. I'm going to go that way. Because one thing I've learned in life, especially as a Christian, is if everybody's going that way, you want to go in the opposite direction. When everybody's doing this, you do the opposite. That's the kingdom way. Okay? You don't follow the crowd when it comes to getting to heaven. It will lead you to hell with that crowd. You follow Christ.